Hi, this is Matt from Audio Plugins Deals. Today looking at Cubic Audio's Ascension, as well as their Analog Classics expansion. Let's have a look at it. Ascension is quite an unassuming little synth. Well, I say little, but nothing could be further from the truth. And that's because, and I'm reading this directly from their website right now, it comes with 6 gig of ROM content, 1,300 presets, 1,500 oscillator waveforms, and 3,400 MIDI loops. It is absolutely huge in terms of the content. I did say it was quite unassuming, and by that I mean that looking at the interface, it actually looks quite simple. But when you dive into it, it's actually quite a complex little synth. So we have 4 oscillators up here, which then we can click on to choose the thousands of waveforms like I mentioned. Then we go into the filter. So here we have low pass, high pass, band pass, low pass state variable, and band pass state variable, etc, etc. Then we have classic, so 1 to 4 poles here, and then we have 3 format modes. We have a traditional amp envelope to the right, and then a filter envelope, LFO1 and LFO2. So quite straightforward so far, but then we get down to the effects, and the effects can be dragged and dropped and moved across. Each one of the effects comes with different variations. So distortion, we have several types here, for example. We have a normal and a ping pong mode in the delay, and then we have several types of reverb algorithms. Then next we have a traditional mod matrix, but this also brings up 4 additional mod envelopes, which obviously can be assigned to whatever you want. Next we have the Arpeggiator, and the Arpeggiator is where you drag in any of these presets, or you can obviously create your own should you wish. So let's drag one in. I'm just going to drag up preset in, and then one of my favorite features is the wave editor. So here we can generate, let's say, a triangle for example, and then we can modify it as we see fit. We can click on the little draw tool here and make our own, whatever we want. Something squiggly like that. We have this set to oscillator 2. So now if we go up to oscillator 2, turn it on obviously, and then we'll go down and we'll choose custom wavetable. And there we have it. There's our new squiggly little waveform that we just created. Well, let's modify it so you can see it updating in real time, and boom, there we go. So it's one of those synths that as a beginner it is fantastic, but as your sound design skills increase, this will grow with you. Let's however go through some of the presets, because this is where this synth really shines, just in the sheer quantity available of them. You can see here, starting at the top, and I'm going to scroll all the way down, still scrolling, scrolling, and what am I at 20%? Still going, halfway there. Just an insane amount of presets there. If that is a bit overwhelming, then there is the very useful search feature to the right. So if we click on drums, for example, then we can shortlist to bring up the drums. So let's listen to 808 Big Fatty. Sounds interesting. Really nice. Super hard 808. So obviously 808 with quite a lot of distortion on that one. Let's listen to the hi-hat loop. In terms of the categories, you can see this on the right. We have basses, choirs, and then we have the different libraries here. In terms of this bundle from Audio Plugin Deals, you get all the standard packs, as well as this new Analog Classics expansion. So now let's take a look at some of my favorite presets that I've marked. A lot of these will be from the Analog Classics expansion, just because this is the new pack. So let's go up to all, and then we'll click on rating here. Make sure it's descending like so, and then we'll start with what is a fantastic name, Blistered Toad. Now this is an ARP, as you can quite clearly see by the name, but also from these quite useful tags here. Really nice, but I must remind myself not to play and to just go through the presets. Another ARP and another awesome name. These ones are from the new Analog Classic expansion. Definitely find a use for that. Moving on to some of the choirs now. So between the choirs, the bass, and what's about to come, the drums, I think these three really just highlight the diversity in this synth. Could be my favorite. Some of the drums, 808 style. One thing I have noticed, and I'm just going to go back to this previous drum, back to this previous 808. For some reason they seem to be a little bit panned to the right. So just to be aware of, it's obviously nothing that can't be fixed very easily. You can even do it in the synth here, obviously. Maybe move that back. Like, too much. There we go. Just something to be aware of. Not all of them, just a few that I've encountered. Reverend Who in the electric pianos. And to demonstrate these leads, I'm actually going to use some of the MIDI packs. So if we flick over to here, we were currently on presets, but if we flick over to MIDI, Then we have these thousands and thousands and thousands of MIDI presets. Like I said at the start, there are 3,400 of these. So let's go to, I'm going to go down to the uplifting trance. Let's do that one. Lead, D minor. Let's drop that one into our track here. Then we'll go to presets, and then we'll go back to these leads here. And then we'll choose Ascension Basic 1. Let's go to transformation riff. Let's listen to this one. That sounds quite nice. Pop tarts. Let's go back to raw score here. And let's duplicate this. And here let's go into drum. And then we'll choose one of these kick drums here. Kick 1. I like number 5. I'm going to duplicate this again, just so I can keep those while we continue to play along. Let's listen to some of the pads now. Analog Classics. Once again, this is from the new expansion. Really like that. Really nice. We go to some of the Plucks. Ascension Simple 5. Let's play this back with the ARP that we already have in there. Let's choose a different one. This one here, completely at random. And it's all about these happy accidents sometimes. That sounds excellent. As does this one. Oh, there's certainly some balls on this one. Let's just choose one more to finish this off. Let's choose Deep House Piano, and we will choose one of these MIDI patterns. Let's drop that in up here, and then we'll go back to the presets, and then we will type in piano. We don't need an up because we've already got the pattern in. Let's choose Ascension Dance. Let's have a listen to this one. There is just so much here to be playing with. You could spend quite a lot of time going through the probably infinite combinations of the presets and the MIDI. So go check it out on Audio Plugin Deals. I know the term no-brainer is very overused, but I don't think there's a better definition of it than this deal right now. So thanks for watching, and I'll be back soon with something else. We'll see you then. Bye.